Joining us now is Randy Sutton. Hey, Randy, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for having me on, Donna.
Are you out in Vegas? Where are you calling in from today?
I am in Vegas. This is where I retired from the police department here, and this is home for me now.
Okay, so when you retired from the police department, it had to do with a medical issue, correct? Tell us about that.
Correct. So I served a total of 34 years as a police officer, 10 in New Jersey, 24 with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, where I had a fantastic career and I loved working here. And I didn't intend to retire when I did, but what happened, unfortunately, I suffered a stroke in my patrol car at 2:30 in the morning on the Las Vegas Strip. And that's what ended my police career. And I can tell you, I've been in some frightening moments in my life, but I was never more frightened than that moment. I lost the ability to speak. I lost the ability to move, crumpled to the pavement, and was not afraid of dying. I was afraid of living like that, completely out of control. And once again, that angel that's been on my shoulder my entire career, the clock went through my brain and allowed me to survive.
And
Um,
therefore, you decided now to be in service to others. So instead of being in service on the police force, how are you in service to others now, Randy?
from this experience, I found out that many other law enforcement officers across the country were being abandoned once they were severely injured or disabled in the line of duty, whether those were from an emergency like what I suffered, or gunshots, stabbings, beatings, being hit by cars. This is happening across the country. And these terrible stories came to me from officers who were abandoned by their agency. So I created, because unfortunately there was no natural national resource, I created the national resource. We are the Wounded Blue, and we are the national assistance and support organization for injured and disabled law enforcement officers, a nationwide charity that's helped more than 14,000 injured and disabled cops in the last 5 years.
Recently, you partnered up with some fun musicians, and what was that experience like for you?
It was amazing. So we, through a management company that represents a ton of artists, we raised a lot of money for two officers, one who was murdered in Huntsville, another who was severely injured in Huntsville, and it was a huge country concert. Well, one of the people who was playing in that country concert was the musical group Ricochet, country group, and they've had some huge hits. And they are such supporters of law enforcement that they recently came out with a CD. In fact, got it right in my hand, right here. This CD, and the only way that you can get it, because they created this partnership with us, is to go to adoptacop.com and do a $20 donation to the Wounded Blue, and then you get their brand new CD. And I was just in Nashville with Heath Wright, the band leader, and then we were in New York doing some media stuff. And I tell you, these guys are so amazing. They're so talented, and they love their law enforcement.
You've gotten to act also. Haven't you been in a few shows and things, Randy? Or like, have we seen you? Have we
Yeah,
seen you on the big screen or the little screen, as they say?
yes, many times. I was the most featured officer on the TV show Cops. So I was on a number of seasons of that. And of course, that's a reality show. But from that, I was cast in a role in the movie Casino. I did a scene with Robert De Niro and Sharon Stone. That's how I got into the Screen Actors Guild. And I've been doing movies and TV ever since. And I got to tell you, it's kind of a fun sideline.
Yes. Well, I congratulate you and thank you for turning a tragedy into something that's in service to others. And we wish you continued success on your journey.
I appreciate that. And sometimes, we think that what happens to us is the worst thing that could ever happen. And then the way that fate, God, the fates work, sometimes it turns into something that can be an incredible experience for us.
Well, I thank you so much and continued happiness on your journey. Thanks, Randy.
Thank you. I
Okay, you out. Bye
appreciate it.
bye.